Welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. This is your quick jiu-jitsu podcast. Coming at you today, we're talking about the temptations of struggling in jiu-jitsu. What makes your jiu-jitsu more difficult? We talked about not being focused. You know, like finding the new thing every day. This is my thing. This is my jam. This is what I'm going to do. And tomorrow is something different. We talked about avoiding difficult but productive roles. We talked about not paying attention in class. These things are going to happen to all of us. They're always kind of biting at us. You got to try to avoid them. You can't always avoid them, but you give it a good effort. All right, today, this temptation, maybe a little bit more critical, but waiting too long to tap. Man. Okay, what is jiu-jitsu? It's the art of, seriously injuring each other, brought to, 98% there, and then slamming on the brakes, or stopping to a nice gentle stop, and letting go, and doing it again. If we couldn't tap, none of us would be doing jiu-jitsu. We would be so broken physically. Okay, maybe you're the biggest badass at your gym from day one. You would have no training partners. Tapping is what lets jiu-jitsu happen. And the idea that... So there's a gray area here, obviously. But waiting too long to tap, approaching that injury zone, you can't do that long term. I've trained over 20 years. I've never had a serious injury. If I feel that, I have a few training partners who have really kind of flexible elbows, and they kind of like they're going to bend backwards. I don't armbar them anymore. It's too much. It's too scary. I don't want to hurt anybody. I feel like, he's waiting to tap. Why is he not tap? Okay, I'm done. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I still don't want to armbar you. We're not trying to injure each other. We're trying to get better at jiu-jitsu. Once you're stuck and your escapes are exhausted, it's time to tap. Once you're in a position to where injury could be an outcome, it's time to tap. I don't really tap to Kimuras anymore. I tap to getting stuck well before the Kimura is applied to my shoulder. I consider Kimura to be a kind of a injury-prone technique. I'm tapping early on that. Here's the deal with leg locks. A lot of times people say, don't train leg locks when you're new or whatever. That's up to you and your coach or whatever you do. But sometimes when you try to escape a leg lock, a lot of the escapes are rolling, I'm going to roll to my right or roll to my left. If you roll the wrong way, you make that submission way worse. By rolling the wrong way, you just injured your own leg. And so a new person might be a little bit confused about which way to roll, how to escape this technique. But they do want to continue to work out of it. And they flip a coin or they roll a dice about getting injured. And maybe, if it rolls a 6, you get injured. If anything else, you're good. You can do that 6 times, you're likely to get... you can't do jiu-jitsu like this long term. If you've been injured before in the past, that's a little redundant. Oh, Byron's bringing us a game today. If you've been injured in the past and you know that, hey, I got a bum elbow, tapping sooner than later is a good idea. It also makes jiu-jitsu more enjoyable. When somebody taps early, especially the newer guys, I know that they're not fighting me. They're rolling with me. We got caught. Okay, let's try something else. Let's do it again. Start over. versus like rolling like it's 80cc and they've got to escape this thing and they're trying every last effort. Your chances of getting hurt go up. My chances of hurting somebody go up. I don't want that. But I kind of realized at some point, like, you're kind of trying too hard. Try to be cool like the Fonzie. All right. I hope I got my point across. It is tempting because sometimes you don't get, like, the submission is not perfectly clean. You might be able to get out of it. It's tempting to not tap. But long term, it's safer to tap. It's safer to retry. It's, you can learn all these different escapes from different submissions and all this stuff. But, man, it's way better to escape the positions. If you can't hold me in side control for more than a few seconds, I don't have to learn all these arm bar and choke escapes that you may be throwing at me. I'm just going to get out before it even happens. Those are better. You don't need 40 arm bar escapes if you can't. If the other guy can't set up the armbar very well on you because you were getting out already. Guys, if you've enjoyed the show, consider supporting this thing on Patreon. Hope you have a great day, my friend, and stay sweaty.